Good.
Awesome. Welcome, everyone. We are here for our Celebrate Earth event with Sonya. Today, we will be making some awesome snack plates. But before we get started, I just wanted to say a couple of things. We will be recording, so smile pretty. And then we will be using the chat function, so make yourself familiar. That's where you can put any questions, and that's where we put like social media and everything for everyone participating today. So just make sure to use the chat function for any questions you have. With that, we'll get started. I'm Stephanie. Nice to meet you. I am from GT Universe, the activation company for Jewel-Osco. So we are putting on the Celebrate Earth Month event. Usually these are in store, but due to COVID, we are doing them virtually. So thank you for joining us. And today we have Sonya. Hi, Sonya.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for coming today. So excited to be here with you guys and to share some of these great brands that we're partnering with. For those who don't know me, my name again is Sonya. I'm here based in Chicago, Illinois. I am a certified personal trainer as well as a nutrition specialist. And the reason why I'm so excited about this particular event, if you don't know, I used to come from a bodybuilding background. And for these bodybuilding shows, I did a very standard bro diet. We say bro diet because it's that typical chicken, broccoli, and brown rice. And everything else is kind of forbidden foods, right? So being a trainer and trying to re-educate myself and teaching my clients, you know, moderation, not deprivation. It's one of my biggest philosophies when it comes to food. So it's been great to be able to team up with some of these brands because they still have the notion of being healthy, but in more tasty snacks than, you know, your regular baby carrots and celery, because that can only take you so far. So I'm very excited just to, you know, show you guys and showcase some of the stuff that I've been eating as well. I live a very much so, and I'm sure a lot of you people as well, like super busy life, so a lot of stuff is grab and go. So these snacks are very portable, convenient, and easy to travel with. And number one, they taste good. So let's go ahead.
Exactly. I'm so excited to try all these. They're so yummy. We have so many different flavors today too. So not just one of every brand. There's so many different flavors from every snack that we're trying.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Shall we get started?
Let's do it. You guys ready?
Let's look at it.
All right. So which one do you want to start off with, Stephanie?
Ooh, should we go from sweet to salty or salty to sweet? I think.
Let's save the best for last. So let's save the sweet stuff for last and go.
Like that. All right, so let's start.
I'm offended by that.
I'm thinking some Vermont smoking cure.
Okay.
So these are our original beef and pork sticks. They're super good. We have them for our Earth Month events, and I've gotten to eat a lot because of it, and they're really good. So yeah, they're, like I said, they're 80 calories for these big ones, and I think, Sonya, you've got a smaller one, right?
Yes, these are great because they're high in protein, and if fat loss is a goal of yours, or even building muscle or toning your body, tone, I put that in quotes because I don't typically like that word, but to build lean muscle and have low enough body fat percentage to see the actual muscle, you are going to need adequate amounts of protein. So this is a good grab and go option, just to, especially the small sticks. One of these sticks in itself has 6 grams of protein along with 6 grams of fat. So it's great, again, portable protein. I know protein is a very hard thing for a lot of people to eat adequately enough. So these jerky sticks are a great option.
Yeah, and I love that they're one of those grab and go options. They're so easy to just pick up and like take with you. I know that they're a great snack in my house, and they're gonna look so good on this plate.
Yeah, and another great thing is all these snacks are, again, very good for the earth. So they're natural products. These in particular, they are raised without antibiotics and no extra added hormones. So again, good for you and good for the earth.
Awesome. What should we do next?
How about these guys, the Simple Portion Veggie Straws. Have you guys, any of the people who are watching, have you guys had these yet? Can we get some comments from the yes, we gotta love these from Yep, dipped in hummus. I got a little dip right here for it as well. I'm gonna actually show you guys. So the beautiful thing about the snacks is it makes like tracking your food and knowing how much of everything you're eating very convenient with the label on the back. But be mindful because this nutrition label, I don't know if a lot of people know how to actually read these nutrition labels. So for one serving size, it's gonna have, this guy has less than 1 gram of protein and then 17 grams of carbs and 7 grams of fat. And that's for one serving, which is about 28 grams or 1 ounce. So to give you an idea of what that actually looks like, we're gonna measure it out here because I've got my handy dandy food scale. Measure out 28 grams what one serving size will actually look like. And the beautiful thing about this, it's one of those high volume foods. We got
Can you guys make sure to mute yourself?
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
So the beautiful thing about these particular snacks, it's high volume, so you get a lot of food for very small calories. So if you're in a caloric deficit, if you're trying to lose weight, this is a food that you can eat a lot of and not have so much caloric density to it. So just to give you an idea, this right here is one serving size, which is a lot compared to, you know, something that maybe be like a bag of potato chips.
Exactly, and I love that it's a bigger serving size because I like to eat snacks while I'm like watching TV, and so like I can plow through a whole bowl of this stuff in like one TV show, and knowing that that's one serving is like prime. I got a big bag specifically for that reason. Like this is my entire torso, so.
That's the
Awesome. But yeah, these are my favorite. They're so good. Classic. And they should be in all of our Jewels. So you should have no trouble finding them.
Yes, I got somebody saying they love the ranch version. Yeah, the one that I got is just the basic sea salt, but all the flavors are really good. And again, even if you're doing grab and go, it's something very easily, you can put it in a Ziploc bag and just portion it out. Because I think a lot of people who are like trying to lose weight or trying to do some type of fat loss, portion control is the biggest issue. So, you know, measuring out your food and then putting it in a Ziploc, putting it in a Tupperware is a very good way just to plan in advance. That way you can be on top of your eating habits.
Exactly. And yeah, there's so many different flavors and styles of this. Like someone was talking about zesty ranch, and there's sea salt, there's wavy versions of this. So any way you want it, if you want something better for dipping, they do have wavy ones. So you got options.
And keep in mind, this has 30% less fat than your typical potato chips too. So these are great options if you're trying to go a little bit lower on quality foods.
Exactly. Should we head over to our Barnana chips?
Yeah.
I love their packaging. It's so pretty. They have a massive redesign. They're so cool. They have so many different flavors as well. So this is I have the Himalayan pink sea salt. Do you have the same one?
Yes, the Himalayan sea salt. This was actually my first time trying this. I've had their brand before, but this particular flavor, really good.
This is exciting for us. Yeah, I'm gonna hop in here because I am starving.
Again, show you guys the serving size. So for this itself, it's a little bit higher in fat, but the actual like plantain of it, I think it's worth indulging in. To show you guys that serving size, again, 28 grams is an ounce or a single serving size, which would be about this much. So not as much as the veggie straw, but again, just to give you an idea, it's still a really good option. It's got the Himalayan pink sea salt, which is a good source of sodium. I know a lot of people are like, oh, you shouldn't eat so much sodium, but Himalayan pink salt is a good source of sodium. You definitely need it in your everyday diet, especially for the electrolytes. And the taste is just amazing. I don't know if you guys have ever had like fried plantains or chips at all. Like, it's really good.
Yeah, these taste like normal chips, but you know that they're healthier. Like, and they're thick too. Like they're a little thicker than like a normal chip, so they've got a bit of a crunch to them, which is awesome. Yeah. Does anyone have any questions so far about any of the products or any nutrition tips?
Ingredients for the Himalayan chips. The the plantain chips, is that what the question for? Yes. So the ingredients in here, it's made with coconut oil, which is why it's a little bit higher in fats, but it's literally 3 ingredients. The plantain, the actual plantain itself, coconut oil, and the Himalayan sea salt. So it's about as natural can get.
Yeah, they're really good. I'm seeing a couple more questions. Are there any good wine or beer pairing suggestions? What are your thoughts on wine and beer pairings for like diets and fitness? Like that's all about portion sizing as well, right?
Absolutely. So I personally do not drink alcohol. It has nothing to do with religion or me being a health nut. It's just a personal choice of mine. But I tell my clients this all the time. Everything is moderation, not deprivation. So if you're going to drink alcohol, it's definitely doable. We just want to account for that in your everyday, I would say diet. I don't like saying diet, but your everyday eating lifestyle, right? In terms of pairing it with, I have no idea because again, I don't drink alcohol, but I would imagine something salty would probably go well with maybe a beer. Am I wrong? Right? I don't know.
Maybe not an IPA because they do taste pretty like, they taste like chips. So I would go for like a normal beer, like a stout, maybe not a wine. We've got some fruitier options later, so maybe that'll pair well. And then another question was, are all these items sold at Jewel? And the answer is yes. So they should be sold at Jewels. There are some that may be harder to find since they're not at all of the Jewels, but they are at most. So that's the same with almost all of these brands. So they are covered in almost all the Jewels, but there are some that may not make it exactly to your store. However, maybe the next Jewel. So they're always close by.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I had to go to like 4 different Jewels to make sure I got everything, but it was worth the hunt. I promise you.
Exactly. No, they're so good, especially what we're about to do next, which is our daily Crave items. So they have so many options. They just came out with this new churro. But first we're going to talk about the lentil options. There are so many products. They also have veggie chips as well. But tell us a little bit about the lentil chips.
So this was my actually, I think the second time I tried their other one, not the, again, we still have the Himalayan pink salt, and there is a reason for it because the salt is actually really healthy and good for you. But these, again, are really good in terms of the macros on the back. Oddly enough, this has a high amount of protein. So for one serving size, it's going to have 4 grams of protein, which compared to any other kind of chip, like potato chips or Pringles, they're not going to have any kind of protein. So this is a good option. Again, even if you're vegan or vegetarian, it's great for you just because it's going to give you a little bit more protein compared to your basic Pringles or Doritos or Lay's potato chips. And the ingredients in here, it's pretty basic, not as limited as the plantain chips, but these guys, again, we've got lentil flour, sunflower oil, corn flour, rice flour, potato starch, cornstarch, and then salt, and then the extra seasoning that's actually on here. So another really good choice. I'll show you guys the actual serving size. This is
what is lentil? That's a great question. So lentil chips, I believe lentils are a bean. Is that correct?
They're in the family of beans and lentils. So it's like it's produced from the ground, but you could cook them just like beans. And them itself is a great source of protein.
Exactly.
All right, so this, guys, is another one of those high volume foods. Look how much of a serving size is considered one. And this is only, I think, what did I say, 140 calories. So you get a lot of bang for your buck for the small portion size.
Yeah, that's a lot of chips. I love that. And those they're very sturdy too, so they're good for dipping. And yeah, they're great. So whatever dip you would choose with that, I feel like they fit really well.
Perfect for dipping. It has like a nice little curvature there, so it's like you don't even need a spoon. You're just already in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've got that good crunch too. So, but yeah, so all these products, they're gluten-free, vegan, kosher, non-GMO. They're awesome. Daily Crave is so versatile. They've got these chips, they've got the lentil chips, and then they just recently released the churros. So Sonya's got those, and I don't. But they're awesome. Again, brand new product, so they will be in all of the Jewels in 2 weeks. So keep a lookout for them.
Yeah, these guys are great. They were a hot commodity for me to find. I'm glad I got them, and I can show you guys, because if you're on the look for this, it's definitely, they're like literally mini churros, like the small, crunchy, and sweet, just like the churros. I have the 2 different flavors, coconut and chocolate, which I like both of them. They're amazing. These guys, in terms of macro, again, even for the amount that you're getting for that serving size, it's definitely well worth it, and it will satisfy your sweet tooth, right? So if you are a fan of coconut or chocolate, these are absolutely great options. Really good amount of protein for a snack like this. Again, 1 serving size is going to have 4 grams of protein, which is more than you'll get in any kind of other like normal snack in terms of like, again, like the potato chips or the pretzels or anything like that. So this is a great product. It's chocolate. Chocolate's my favorite. I don't know if you guys, if you know me, you know I love chocolate. So this is probably one of my favorites.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited about those. I got to try some a couple months ago, and like the cinnamon ones, the original flavor is awesome. It tastes just like a churro, and it's like, it's a snack. It's like a very sweet snack, but it's healthy for you because it's got that protein, and it's pretty low on like sodium and other stuff as well. So, and like the sugar's pretty low considering that it's literally covered in, or churros are literally covered in sugar. So I feel like that's a pretty good trade-off.
Yeah, definitely. And again, if you're vegan, if you don't eat animal products, this is great because the protein from it is actually from pea protein. So again, if you're vegan, this is a good option. Satisfy your sweet tooth and still get a good amount of protein for what it's worth.
There we go. I love that. And yeah, that's a pretty solid serving size as well for like a snacky snack. I love that. So are we drifting into our sweet zone?
We are. This is my favorite part. Y'all know I love sweets.
I'm so excited. We have, so just to review, all of those products were Vermont Smoke and Cured Jerky, which is super good for protein and like that bulking type diet. And then we were talking about the Sensible Portions veggie chips and how large those portion sizes are. Like, again, I love using them for like mindless snacks basically because I just continuously eat when I'm watching Netflix. I don't know about you guys, but that's what I do. And I love that serving size is so large. And then the Barnana chips, those are great with the Himalayan pink salt. I didn't know there were different types of sodium. That's so cool that there's like good and bad.
Absolutely, yeah. The table salt you kind of want to shy away from. I mean, it's still good for you, but like if you can definitely get stuff with the Himalayan pink salt, it's going to be a better option for you.
Exactly. And yeah, and it's great that the Daily Crave also has the Himalayan pink salt in their lentil chips and then of course their churros, which brings us to our sweet snacks. I'm so excited. All right, what should we start with?
Hold on, there's a question. How much are they? Are you asking for the churros? How much they cost? Who asked that question? Was it Jeremiah?
It might have been with the churros. I don't know what the retail is because
around like $2 or $3, maybe $4, because it's a very small pack. So I think I maybe paid like $2 or $3 plus tax, depending on which city you're in. If you're in Chicago, tax is high here, so they kind of.
Yeah. But yeah, so those will be released in all the Jewel stores.
So this one serving is 130. Again, 4 grams of protein, 7 grams of fat, and 16 grams of carbs, which again is really good for something that's chocolate and sweet. You don't get a lot of sweet things that have a good amount of protein, and the actual description says baked, bite-sized, crunchy outside, chocolate flavored, filling inside. So it's like a kind of like a surprise when you bite in it. You'll taste like the actual chocolate filling in there. Same thing with the coconut as well. It's another good option, and I don't know if you guys can see, but you guys can see it really does look like a churro, like texture-wise, a little harder than your actual baked churros, but still really good.
Exactly. Yeah, it definitely highlights on another like chip option, but it's like sweet, so it kind of tricks you up. But those are good. Let's see. What else?
Protein are from vegetables origins for this.
It was pea proteins.
Yeah, this one it's coming from pea protein. So it is plant-based protein.
There we go.
Guys, these are really good. Like, really good. If you get a chance to get to Jewel, I'm gonna highly recommend these churros.
Exactly. Yeah, and they're everywhere on the first weekend of August. So head to your local Jewel as soon as August hits, and they'll be on the shelves. So keep a lookout for them. Awesome. So what's our next sweet snack? What do we think?
Since we're in along the lines of chocolate and peanut butter, how about we talk about the banana brittle with peanut butter in it?
Ooh, there we go.
And I don't know about y'all, but I'm team creamy when it comes to peanut butter. Maybe you guys can comment in the comments below saying what team are you? But these again are great. These are two really good for you foods. Bananas obviously have potassium in them. So it's going to be great in terms of taste. And then again, it's cooked in coconut oil, so you're going to get that healthy fat in there. And then obviously the peanut butter. I'm a fan of peanut butter. I eat peanut butter is my preferred fat source. So this again, it's from the same company that we showcased earlier with Plantain chips. These guys are great. Like, it's really good quality food. Macros on here for one serving size is 125 calories with 2 grams of protein, 20 grams of carbs, and 4 grams of fat. And extra creamy.
Yay! Yeah, I'm a crunchy peanut butter gal myself, so I feel like those would be the greatest like combination because it's crunchy and peanut butter.
Measure this out and show you guys what a serving size looks like. This one you have to be a little bit more portion control friendly because a little bit will go a long way. This one unfortunately is not one of those high volume foods that you can eat. But I think if you are eating well throughout the day and you have a little room at the end of the day and you still want something sweet, these are a good choice. I will put it on here on this side and you guys can see. It has that brittle texture, so it's very crunchy, very crispy as well. And the taste, it's peanut butter and banana, guys. Like, you can't go wrong with that, right?
Exactly. Yum.
And fun fact about this brand, so it's actually nicknamed the Elvis because it's so creamy, nutty, and sweet. So if you guys know Elvis Presley, he is kind of those descriptions in terms of his music. So a great nickname for this snack.
Yeah, and these these snacks are all great for back to school too. So when we go back to school, these are all very easy to pack in a kid's lunch. And again, way healthier than normal just chips and stuff. And a little more exciting than carrots. So that's actually a lot more exciting, let's be honest here.
Yeah.
These are a lot more exciting than carrots. But no, I'm very excited about our little snack plate. It's like shaping up nicely. I'm like half full right now. Yay.
Cool.
All right, so I think we should move on to our made good granolas.
Ooh, yes.
I've got more chocolate in this one, so I'm ready for that.
So these are already pre-packaged, so it's perfect grab and go. You don't even have to sit here and worry about measuring or putting it in Tupperwares. Like Stephanie said, really great choices for back to school or even just something you can keep in your bag or in your drawer when you're at work. I've got strawberry and chocolate. Chocolate's my favorite, but the strawberry is just as good as well. And again, all clean ingredients here. We've got nuts in here, so it's safe for school, it's organic. The nutrients are from vegetables, which are also a great option. And the best thing about it, this one's 100 for the pack, and then this one is only 110. So I'll actually open it so you guys can see what these look like. They're perfect because they're small little balls that, again, just pop them and go.
Yeah, they're so great in their little prepackaged things. It's that way you really don't have to use any Ziploc bags or anything. They're just ready to go. And these, each one of these boxes holds 4 of these. So that's like basically a whole week of snacks. So, yum.
Yep.
Or in my case, one evening.
You might get lucky. This particular bag, I have, what is this, 6.5 of the small balls. So they hooked me up with that one. Perfect. So question for you guys. If you had to choose between strawberry and chocolate, which would you guys go for? Ooh. Go ahead and drop it in the comment box. Let us know.
Yeah, it's a fight to the death. I like the strawberry ones a little better. I'm a fruity gal rather than like a chocolate. Yeah. But sounds like you are a chocolate fan. So
I'm a huge chocolate fan. But the beautiful thing about these, it's all allergen free. So in terms of the factory that they're made in, there are no peanut allergies in there. So again, organic, vegan, kosher, good for you, good for the earth. So you can't go wrong with these products.
Exactly. Yeah. Any of those top 8 allergens, like this is free from peanut, gluten-free, and all that jazz. So you can definitely bring it to schools. And again, good for you, good for the planet. So make good granola. They're awesome. And they come in so many different ones too. So while you guys are voting, they also have like bars as well. So they make good bars as really also good snacks. I like these because you can like pop them in your mouth. It's kind of like throwing popcorn at someone and they like open their mouth. That's what I'm gonna do with these. Make a little game of it. But so what's our winner? What do we got?
It almost kind of looks like it's a neck and neck here.
Ooh.
A good amount of strawberry, a good amount of chocolate, and we got one person with both. I can't fight you on that one.
That's fair. Well, you guys are correct. Both of them are amazing. So pick one up at your local Jewel, or both. There you go. Whoever said both, you gotta buy both.
Yes, chocolate for the win, for the W.
That's awesome. All right. I personally I'm gonna decorate my snack plate with some strawberries. But we have one last product to go, I believe.
Yes, the Purely Elizabeth granola.
Yeah. So Purely Elizabeth has a ton of products as well. So their product line can be found in like the cereal aisle, next to like oats and stuff, as well as Made Good. Both are in that aisle. Very easy to find because Made Good's colorful, and Purely Elizabeth just has so many products. Like this one, I like the chocolate sea salt with probiotics. So that one's super good just to like snack on. They come in like little clusters, and I love it. I'm gonna drop it if I show you too much, but.
Oh, these are so good that I had to go buy a second one for this particular Zoom class that we're doing because I ended up eating the first bag all last week. That's how good it was. So real talk, guys, these are great, and it's so good. They actually are like the #1 award-winning granola because it's exclusively baked with raw virgin coconut oil, and coconut oil is a better choice for oils compared to like vegetable oil or peanut oil. So this is a great choice. Again, the flavor, I love everything chocolate, so I might be a little biased, but again, it's got probiotics in it too. So I know this is something in terms of gut health that a lot of people are not actually paying attention to. And probiotics, you can find those in your fermented food, kimchi, kombucha, sauerkraut. But again, even this, because I know some people will probably not eat the stuff that I just listed, but this is a good source of probiotics if you're not trying to do actual supplements as well. So again, good for you, good for the earth.
Exactly. Yeah, and I love the packaging too. Like, it's just so simple. But the serving size is pretty good too. It's 1/3 of a cup.
I'll show you guys this, 30 grams, and what that actually looks like.
And this always goes really great on like on top of yogurt or in your cereal. This can go in so many different things, and I just love how versatile it is.
So you guys can see the bowl. This is one serving size. I put it on the actual plate as well, so you guys can see this. And it's great because it comes in those small little clusters as well. So you can just grab and go. Just be mindful that you don't eat out the bag because you might end up eating the whole bag in one sitting.
Yeah, I can definitely say I'm guilty of that.
Yeah, but we have 2 different flavors as well. The original is actually really good too. I was kind of eerie about that one at first because I was like, oh, chocolate, that's like a no-brainer for me. But the original, it still has that really clean, sweet, crunchy taste to it as well. So even if, you know, chocolate might be too sweet for you, or if it's chocolate overload with everything on here, this is another great option in flavor.
Exactly. Yeah, I love these. I have it at my office when we are in offices, and it's just like a great snack. I definitely eat it out of the bag at the office though, so it like goes immediately, but they're so good. So I definitely recommend Purely Elizabeth. They're awesome.
And the granola, the price for the granola, these I think I'm gonna say they were like $6 or $7. I typically don't buy granola, so I don't know in terms of like the market, like how to compare them. But I think for what it's worth, and like again, the natural ingredients, the actual good taste for it, it is definitely worth the price.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, it's like maybe $3 or $4 for like the chocolate one at least. But like I said, they have so many different varieties, so the price may vary a bit.
Yeah, on top of the smoothie bowls, yeah, these are great. If you're making like the Ayahi bowls, these are great. If you're doing just on top of like Greek yogurt as well, it's a great way to top it and add some flavor. In terms of macros, again, it's 130 for one serving. You get 3 grams of protein, 19 grams of carbs, and 6 grams of fat. So it's a really nice balanced meal as well. Like you said, put it on top of yogurt. You can make a cereal out of it and just drink it out of a bowl and eat it out of a bowl with some milk, and then on top of a smoothie bowl as well.
Exactly. Yeah, it's such a versatile product. I feel like you can put it on pretty much anything, breakfasty, or even if you're into like yogurt parfaits and stuff. So there's plenty of options, as you can tell in the comment section. Awesome.
Yeah, so the price. Yep. So the price is about $6 at Jewel. I know when I went, it was on sale, so I think I saved $1. So maybe it was like originally $7, and then it knocked off the $1 off of it. So
yes, yeah. All these products that you see here should be on sale in Jewel for our Celebrate Earth Month events. So for the entire month, they should be on sale. So definitely keep a lookout for these products because we gave you guys a special price. So no, they're awesome too. So just another incentive to pick some up next time you go grocery shopping.
For sure.
Awesome.
And as we enter back into kind of our normal life, not that will ever be normal again, just keep in mind, you know, when you're gathering around with your friends, when you're at the grocery store trying to find those actual like tasty but reasonable snacks for you. If you're hosting a party or an event, this is a great way to still stay health conscious and still be able to socialize with your friends as well and not have to worry about, you know, eating the potato chips or whatever else that is not really great for you. These are really good healthy alternatives. And usually people, when they think of healthy, they're like, healthy snack, that means it's not gonna taste that great, because automatically when you think healthy snacks, you're gonna think carrots, celery sticks, you know, just stuff that doesn't, I mean, they're good, but you know, if you're snacking, I'm sorry, but the last thing I wanna do is eat baby carrots. So I'd much rather have something along these lines that still is tasty and sweet, but still adding some value to my health, because health is wealth, and that's something we all definitely need to prioritize, especially in this day and age with the pandemic.
Exactly. Yeah, I think with all this Netflix watching, because we're all at home, it's definitely good to pick up healthier snacks and do some more workouts, do yoga and stuff like that while we're all inside. Awesome. We'll take a couple more questions. Does anyone have any questions for our influencer? Anything specific about fitness, nutrition? She's a great resource. And remember, we've got that $50 gift card on the line, so get your questions in now.
Hey, any questions, fair game, as long as it has to do with food and nutrition and fitness.
Exactly.
What is my typical workout routine? So I've been fortunate enough the last couple of weeks, the gyms have opened back up in Chicago. So I am actually lifting 4 days out of the week now. I still do a day of yoga, and then I'm biking because that's my means of transportation. I don't have a car here in Chicago. So for my commute, I know my mom's on here. She's gonna get very angry with me telling her that I'm biking in the city because she's like, oh, my baby, you have to be careful. I'm always careful, Mom, don't worry. But yeah, so my workout routine right now just consisted of 4 days of lifting, a day of yoga, and then I have two active rest days, and then I walk a lot. And from going to point A to B, not that I have a lot of points to go to because we're still under quarantine, but I do bike for my commute. Let's see here. What do we have? How much do you drink a day? Water? I'm hoping you're asking because I don't really drink anything else. I drink a lot of water. Actually, here's my water bottle. You guys, I stay hydrated. I probably drink almost up to a gallon, if not more, a day. I also drink a lot of green tea, just because I like the taste of it. So, you know, the hashtag drink all the water, pee all the time. That's definitely me.
Yeah, especially with all these salty snacks that we tried today. Water is definitely necessary, but they're so good. And like we said, Pink's Himalayan salts is the sodium you need.
Absolutely.
Definitely stay hydrated.
Especially when you're working out, the water is going to help transport all the nutrients from your food throughout your body. So it goes hand in hand. So electrolytes are definitely needed. And then again, the water is going to transport and actually transfer those nutrients throughout your body into your muscles, which is absolutely necessary for recovery. What's your opinion on fruit sugars, like the ones in these snacks versus processed? So all of the sugars that are used here, it's coming from either coconut sugar or like powdered sugar or healthier versions of sugar. These are definitely, in terms of health-wise, the better option compared to like your normal processed table sugar. So these are definitely, I would gravitate towards these a little bit more compared to that normal table sugar. But with everything in life, moderation, not deprivation, including moderation itself. Let's see here. Yes, how much water do you drink? How can you build muscle and lose belly fat at the same time? So depending where you are in your actual fitness journey, if you're new to lifting, you have a lot better chance to actually change your body composition and build that lean muscle compared to somebody who's a little more seasoned. But first and foremost, if you're trying to lose belly fat, you're going to need to be in a caloric deficit. So you need to be expending more energy than what you're actually consuming. So you can be in a caloric deficit from either 1, eating a little bit less, 2, exercising more, or 3, a combination of both. And I'd say a combination of both is probably your best bang for your buck. That way you're not severely restricting your caloric intake, but then not excessively exercising as well. So being in a caloric deficit is definitely going to help trying to lose body fat, but also maintaining an adequate amount of protein. So again, some of these snacks, especially these guys, for the one serving, it's 4 grams of protein, which for most snacks is not a lot, but for this, it's a good amount for that snack. So keep your protein intake high, be in a caloric deficit, and then do some type of resistance training. That way you can maintain as much muscle as possible and still drop body fat. I hope that makes sense. Would any of this be allowed on the keto diet? So all of these have a good amount of fat in them, but they also have a good amount of carbs. So unfortunately, if you are doing keto, I would not recommend this because you have to keep your carb intake fairly low. But then that kind of gives you more of a reason maybe not to go keto because you're skipping out on all this delicious food. And carbs are good for you. You need carbs. So you might want to consider maybe, you know, having this in your everyday go-to meals.
Exactly. Yeah, and there's good carbs and bad carbs, and I feel like these carbs even out. They're good.
For sure. Let's see. Which snack would you recommend for somebody watching their sugar intake? So you would probably want to gravitate towards the saltier stuff, not so much the sweet stuff, the chocolate. These guys are going to be higher in sugar. But again, these the lentil chips are really good. The plantain chips have a nice little crunch to them as well. And if you want, I think the most bang for your buck snack is going to be the veggie straws, because these don't actually have any kind of sugar in them. Yeah, less than a gram of sugar. So this is probably going to be your best bet, especially because you get a lot more food volume for the amount of calories that you're going to have with it.
Exactly. Awesome. So we'll take one more question and then we will do our raffle drawing.
Okay, what's the last question here? Is spinning enough to lose weight, or do I need other exercise? This is all personal preference. You know, anything that's going to burn calories. It can be spinning, it can be weightlifting, it can be yoga, it can be Zumba, it can be dancing. Whatever you want and whatever you actually like is going to allow you to be consistent and keep that regimen for your workout. So
awesome. Cool. Well, do you want to show off your snack plate real quick? So you've got two.
That too, yes.
Are they broken up in any specific way, salty, savory, or just?
It's a little combo of both. I've got all my chocolate on one side here, so you guys can see the made good here. We've got purely Elizabeth chocolate granola here. Those bomb churros right here in the middle. The lentil chips, and then we've got our Barnana plantain chips, the veggie straws, the Vermont, these guys, the beef jerky, and then the peanut butter and banana brittle over here in the corner.
I like that you kept all the chocolate closest to you on your plate. You're like, this is what I'm doing.
This is my dinner right here.
There you go. Yeah. Mine is kind of just a whole circle. I don't know if I'm going to spill it, but here we go. I got a little combo of everything, so I'm definitely excited to chat on this. Like, I've kind of been picking at it this whole time, I'll be honest, but it's so good. Awesome. All right, so I think we're ready to pick our winner. So drum roll, please. All right.
Right. We have one that fell out, and Mary, she is the winner.
There's Mary.
Yay.
Yay, congrats, Mary.
Mary.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you all for joining us today. We are so excited about all these snacks and our Celebrate Earth Month events. This is our third of 5, so we've got 2 more, another on Tuesday and Thursday. So join us back here 5 to 6 p.m. every day, not every day, every Tuesday, Thursday. And we'll be cooking up some food next time. I don't remember what, but I'm really focused on these snacks today. I'm going to be honest with you guys. They're so great. And like we said, they're good for you, good for the planet, and they're really great for back to school as well. So just keep that in mind as you are shopping at your local Jewel. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. And thank you. Awesome. Any last questions, comments, concerns? No? Great. Well, thank you all for joining us, and hope you have a great evening.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Snack time.